Welcome back to another episode of Monster Hunter World. Um, this will be a continuation. This particular episode will be a continuation of yesterday's exploration or expedition mission. I know I cut it a little bit short. Well, a lot shorter than normal. But that was mainly due to a little bit of a couple issues I had going on in the house. Um, but this episode should be at full length, about 50 minutes to an hour. Plus, it won't be as boring as the last one was. I'll actually make some. I'll actually get in and fight a couple monsters and so on. First, we got to get a few things ready. Hopefully we can locate the cats this time, because we did manage to find, I'm guessing, one of their little outposts, or maybe even their camp, but it didn't look like anyone was there, so I kind of had to walk off. So they might be specific times they show up. Nothing else, I can always look it up later, because there's plenty of people who've already finished the game before me, and honestly, they finished it before me, that's perfectly fine. They rushed through it. I want to take my time with it, get a little bit better at the game, because I plan on making this, since this is my first series, I plan on making this one of the longer, a fairly decently length series that I will continue on playing well after I finish the main story. I plan on getting into the end game content, and then there's a few little extra videos that I'm going to post that are going to be completely different, and there may even be some episodes that I'll post that are multiplayer based, with me playing with some of my friends, or even you guys, if I find some hear of anyone who has the game and also would like to join in. Actually, we started upgrading this guy. Just about got our current armor maxed, which is good in a way, I guess. I'll have to later on grind out a bunch more of the armor spheres for any potential changes. But at the moment, what I've just upgraded was I got my coil upgraded, which also increases my defense, which is also another handy little piece of armor, especially if you're going with a poison route, because it increases the poison buildup. And then my pants, or my greaves, they were particularly useful because I find sharpening taking too long, and this knocks off one cycle of the sharpening. So hopefully that will help with the help speed up my sharpening when I'm in the middle of fights, so that it reduces the danger, as well as speeds up the fights themselves. Okay, now as for today's targets, like I said, it's mainly just exploring. Hopefully we can find the tribe in the area. And as for creatures, the only one there's only two in this area that I know of that I can fight, that I can actively beat, that I know of. If I come across them, then I'll be sure to see about putting another fight in on them. Both of the monsters I actually do need to grind out a little bit in order to get some of the armor pieces that I'm actually missing. And yes, I do collect the armor. And eventually, later on into the game, I'll eventually start collecting the weapons as well. Get to the point where I have one of every type of weapon of each level. And That takes a lot of work, but at the same time, it's a habit I've had since. It's a habit that I've had with anytime I've played a game like this. I like to collect the weapons. Okay. I haven't seen anything that uses the Kelby stuff, but I figured I'd go ahead and collect it because it will probably pop up later on, because there's very few. It's not often that Monster Hunter includes items that are considered useless. There's always a use for the items, whether it be mainly for either crafting new equipment or food or a few other little things. You don't often find things that are specifically put in place for gathering money, because money is mainly gotten from the hunts. I forgot to empty my stuff, didn't I? Let me check how full my inventory is. Yeah, it's very full. I'll have to make a quick trip back to the back to Asteria, empty my stuff, and then we'll come back out here.
Head to the Wildspire Waste immediately.
Not sure how big our item box is, but it looks like since I managed to get more items into the box, and it actually went over to the second page, it looks like I got a third page. I know that from what I've been hearing, you can actually get missions to get more boxes. But that would be but I'd be trying to figure out why. They must either you're trying to separate the materials, different types of materials from usable items, or just if you overfill your box in general, but we'll see once we get to that point. Also, I do remember reading in the tutorials that there's facilities that we can actually unlock, but I'm already at this point in the game, and I haven't seen anything that would suggest a new type of facility opening up or upgrading. That might come a little bit later. Heck, for all I know, that could be the next mission, which will be out a little bit later today. I just needed to actually catch up on a few things and get to know the area a little bit better. actually a mission that needs me to cap. I should have read my research things. Okay, just need a little bit more of them. Let's see if I can find a list of my. Yeah, right here. Let's see, mining, honey. Oh. Okay. So they just need me to capture that. Still haven't figured out what the prints are. It's probably something I'll open up here in a little bit later. But hopefully I do figure out what they are fairly soon. Because I've collected a number of them and I still haven't seen any real return on them. And there we go. Okay. Looks like we got... There he is. Here's one of our targets. There is an actual armor set that I may not necessarily use, but I think it'd be nice to just collect it. That this guy has, not to mention, he might have some stuff later on that I might be able to use or even need. Kind of depends on the situation, to be honest. Yeah, that's noticeably faster. Oh dear. We'll try to keep our distance from the bar there. Okay, there he goes. He's running. We'll hit him here in a little bit. Now the monsters interrupting your fights have always been a thing, but it's a lot more dramatic this time around. kind of poison. You can tell from the purple slime kind of dripping out of their mouth. About got him. Well, like we'll get a few of the parts we need to finish to round out some more pieces of that creature's monster. Looks like we got a Rathian in the area. Oh. It's amusing little title for an achievement. Yeah, once again, the Marth on our tail. Well, don't worry, we'll get you here in a little while. Not this episode. I will hit him again on another episode because he does have pieces that I do need. Where'd he go? Uh-oh. Says he's under me. Oh, this complicates things in a very bad way. Because if I can't find him, he's going to recover on me. Lost him. Which was mostly my fault. I don't think I actually did any. I don't think I actually looked for his tracks while I was doing this stuff, so. Oh well, it's not that big of a deal. We'll find him and I'll get him down. I just gotta locate his tracks again. Oddly enough, we've fought him a couple of times through here, but it's probably not. I should have paid more attention. I don't know how much you do it yourself, guy, but if you got the chance, but oh, come on. Seriously? Huh. How did he lose me like that? I mean, he just ran around here, jumped up there. Maybe in here. Don't see any signs of it. That doesn't mean a lot. Wait, there he is. Gave us quite a bit of a runaround, but we got him. Got enough for what we need for for a part of the armor, from what it looks like. We still got to get a couple more hides. Saw a few signs early on of some potential targets involving the tribe in this area, but they're hidden well in this particular area. Well, not that they weren't in the last area, well, the hidden forest or the ancient forest, but this place seems to have a lot more, has to have a lot more hidden areas, because I still haven't found any of the extra campsites. Which one honestly might be over down here.
I think could build the camp here.
Yeah,
Let's ask the head honchos.
there's one of them. Let me take a quick look at the map. Let's see. Because I know campsites usually like to be putting out crops kind of separate from the main area. If there are any others, they're probably either further down in the caves. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. We're going to go down. I'm going to go and find my way into the main caves and do some exploring, a little more exploring down there, because I think that's where the secrets that we're missing is hidden at. I think that's what we're missing, is that the tribe would probably be down in these caves where it's a little safer. Okay, that's the camp, which is honestly not too far from that one above us. But then again, this is not that big of an area either. Alright, let me look at the map. Hold on, I'll be right back. It shouldn't take me too long. Sorry about that. Had to go grab me something to drink. I just got really horribly thirsty for some reason. Alright, from the looks like there is a couple paths on my map that I could probably take to open up new areas. One of them looks like it's over here. Let's see how much time I have left. $19. Okay, we're not too. Ooh, well, this is a good sign. Okay. Should. Now that I think about it, I believe we've been down this side, because I vaguely remember having to swim through that a couple of times. Okay, so that takes us back out in the open, and that's not what we want. Okay. Jesus. Alright, let's see. Hey, we got us another friend. Alright, let's see. Go through here. But we gotta be getting close, because there can't be that too many places where they could be hiding. There's something down here. Okay, let's see. Okay, that way leads up to that main chamber. Then there's this over here. Let's jump down here and take a look. Some cave drawings. Okay, not what we're looking for. Alright, so let's go this direction this time. But wherever they're at, they have to be down in these caves, and it's probably a neat spot. Probably just some little outcrop like on the last one that's just kind of hard to notice. Let's see, we just gotta keep our eyes peeled for that. Looks like. Let's look. I think we've been down there before. Yeah. Oh, okay, so that was just a shortcut type of thing that I wasn't seeing earlier. All right. We got a little under 20 minutes to try and find this before I have to end the episode. So let's make another way out. Okay. Well. Oh dear. What are you doing down in the caves? Alright, we'll just run. I just want to do this just to piss him off. Yep. Sorry for interrupting your. Uh-oh. Okay, so I essentially. Seriously? There's gotta be more underground areas than just. I don't know what you are, but you make me nervous. There's gotta be more underground areas than the Diablos. Alright. Well, we got a name for him. Now we're back down in the tunnels. The only place that so far it doesn't look like I'm able to actually check, because I haven't figured. Oh, they're up there. Because I see their markers. Question is how do I get up there? Well, we found them for sure. It's just I've got to figure out how to get up to them. Maybe there's some type of drop down from above. Not, I might have to, as much as I hate to do it, I might have to look it up. Because it's either that or it might even be story oriented. It might not have the item needed to get me up there yet. But I'm fairly certain, but I now figured out where they're at. The problem though is how do I get to them? Because they're in a very odd location. And it doesn't look like there was really any way to climb. it looks like... Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a way to drop... What's that? Oh. Doesn't look like there's any real way to drop down on top of them, does it? Okay, that leads off in a completely different direction. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a way to drop down in on them. There's something I've got to be missing or not thinking about. But we basically know where they're at. We just got to figure out how to get to them. And I have a little bit of time. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time fighting with it. But I do want to make a fairly good... That's a problem. Let's see. Let's see if he goes away soon. Sorry about that. Uh-oh. This game sticks to a common theme, then there'll be at least one, maybe two enemies that you shouldn't mess with for a certain amount for a given time. Let's see, let's turn this guy off. Nope. Okay. Maybe... I don't think this would be a way to get up there, but you never know. No, I can't even get the height. Jeez. He's got wings, but yet he goes underground. Oh, Jesus. Ow. Well now. One. Yeah, definitely not to mess with, because that killed me faster than Aunt Janeth did, and I've got better armor since then. My armor's slightly better than it was then. Well, we do know where they're at. We just gotta figure out how... I just have to figure out how to get to them. I may end up waiting and doing it on... doing a little bit of searching, figure out how to get up there in my own time. If I do figure it out, then I'll be sure to let you guys, show you guys how I did it. That way you guys can do it yourselves. If you haven't already figured it out with your own games, or by watching somebody else play, which is probably the case. But hey, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt for me to put it in there as well. There are, but like I said, like I was talking about yesterday, there are a number of games coming up that I really do want to actually do playthroughs of. If there's any, if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. I don't mind if they're older games. I know that some of the more popular YouTubers, even some of the less popular YouTubers, won't do playthroughs of the older games, or choose not to because they'd already been done. But that doesn't bother me one bit, because that gives me more content. Not to mention, if you really want me to do them, then I have no problem doing them. Just remember that they may be games that I will just say no to, because I'm not really interested in those types of games. For example, sports games. I don't like sports games. at all. Um, Racing is about the only type of sport game that I'll even bother playing with. Every once in a while, I might play a sports game that is not exactly the norm, such as, like say for example, like Mario Striker. It was kind of a soccer-based game, but involving Mario. I don't mind playing those, but when it comes to recreations of the actual sport, like NBA, NASCAR stuff, NASCAR, things like that, I won't get into. Um, Personally, I find them boring to play, and I can only imagine how boring they are to watch someone else play. Oh, he still hasn't left. Ah. Yep. We will get our revenge. Just don't know when. They've got, so far, they've only had one new monster in this area that I can fight. That might change as I get further in, but it's just weird. Still not seeing any way to get up there. So my guess is I'm either missing something or there's just something that I'm not seeing, which goes back to I'm missing something. I will do what I can to figure it out because I do want to get my hands on that, on the tribe-based item that they possess. It may even be as simple as I need to find the, I need to talk to the guy who gives you the mission for it. Speaking, I've got a little exclamation over here, so let's go talk to this guy, and he might be who we're looking for. Because I know some games will lock out things until you've actually talked to specific people to put you on the path. So this might be one of those situations. If it turns out to be the case, then I'll rush over there right fast before the episode is done, if I still got time, and we'll get it knocked out. But if not, I will do it first thing on the next episode, before I do the actual daily mission that I typically do. I know that I'm probably going a lot. I know I'm going a lot slower than the other Let's Players, and I apologize for that. But I really do want to kind of take my time with the game, and so that I can enjoy it. No, this is the fishing guy. I don't want to rush through it. Games like this, I really take my time on. Although there are several other games that I do have that I wouldn't mind doing a playthrough for. Wait a minute. I think we figured it out. Okay, that lets me fall through. Maybe. I think we've gotten a clue. Let's run right. Let's see how much time I got left. 4 minutes. Yeah, I'll make a try. If I can get over there in time, then I'll try. If not, then I'll definitely do it in the next episode. Like I said, I'll do it first thing because normally I would like to do this episode a little bit longer, but in order to actually improve quality of my videos, I actually have to record them, and the PlayStation 4 only allows for up to an hour of record time, and it isn't like that it will actually record and then pass over to the next episode. If I don't actually get in there and save the recording beforehand, then it will just overwrite and keep going on through the next area. So I really need to keep an eye on that. But it does look as if that might, if it's in the right spot, that I can use that as a way down. I didn't bring any bombs with me. That would have probably done better than what I'm trying right here. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna probably have to do this on the next episode. I'll bring some bombs and we'll see about blasting this sinkhole here. And if that doesn't work, then I might have to make a Barith angry and lead him over to it. But let's go ahead and head back to camp. And then got a couple things I'm gonna do. Drop my inventory, see if there's anything new to build, and then we'll end the episode. Oh, we got 2 more odds, so we may have enough to finish out the that armor. Well, like I said, I may not even use the armor, but I do like collecting the gear. On God Eater, I was really bad about it. And then there was another one, Tokiden, I think is what it was called. Tokiden 1 and 2, which are very good games, and they're very extreme. Both of them are extremely similar to the Monster Hunter series. Not a whole lot of difference between the two. It's just that Monster Hunter is a little more publicized than those other two. Monster Hunter, though, at least in the past games, used to be a lot harder. And another thing that's different is that God Eater is actually a port from the PSP, which doesn't hurt the game, but because of the limitations of the time, it didn't allow for you to actually do a whole lot of exploration, so you're kind of confined to like an arena-like fight. Tokiden was able to actually manage to get the I didn't get any of the stuff I needed. I still needed shells. Oh, that's completely wrong. Alright. I already have that. I don't know why I was looking at trying to make it again. I wasn't paying attention. Tokiden managed to actually get the free roam aspect in, which was kind of nice. And then I guess that because they managed to pull that off, the creators of, if they're separate creators, I gotta look it up. If they're different creators, it actually would give them the Capcom the incentive to actually put any more hides and scales in order to actually get their stuff out on the computer and free roamed as well. Still nothing new able to build with my weapons. Alright, well, I'm gonna go dump my gear and then grab a bomb for the next episode so that I don't forget. Alright, and let's drop this ammo. Okay, a bomb. Here they are. Grab my bombs. And we got everything we need for the next episode, and which will probably be out a little bit later. And with that, I will say goodbye and see you guys on the next episode.